Hello, and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 231. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer. Alongside, hold up a minute. If you're not watching the video this week, chat, it's game over for everybody out there. Krish is the only guy I know to get the freshest trim in the whole world. His barber don't care about coronavirus, clearly, because my man, wait, let my intro finish.
Okay.
My man out there, he's looking to slay men or women, whatever way he rolls, because he is out there looking too fresh. Crash, how are you?
I'm doing good, but why do you assume that I went to a barber to get this haircut?
You didn't do that yourself. That's way too fresh.
I might have not done it myself.
Who did your hair?
My brother.
Oh, yo, what does your brother do for a living? Tell him to quit his job and go and open...
IT.
Nah, he's out of the game now. He's no longer an IT technician, because your brother is now a barber.
Took a very long time doing my hair.
That fade, man's got a fade from his brother who's an IT technician. What?
Yeah.
You know your brother could literally... he couldn't see. Right now is the perfect time to be making some money on the side. You would have every person from the block Crash queued up around the corner. Have you seen? Look, bro, look at this. If you're not watching the video, look. There's no lines. There's no fade.
You said you were growing out your hair, and I felt threatened, so I cut my hair.
She's like, yo, bro, he's gonna have a real afro soon. Help. What? Yours weren't a real afro. Come on. I'm about to show you a real afro, let me tell you.
I could throw out my hair just as good as you.
I don't believe you.
I have a picture of my dad rocking a fro.
I want to see this picture.
I'm gonna find it to you and send it to you.
One day.
It's like a legit fro. It's not like a white boy fro. You know?
No white boy for a real fro. Anyway, how are we all? I hope everyone's doing well. Coronavirus is still upon us. We're week 2 of lockdown, I think, for both of us. So, to get a little bit more serious up front, we have got our first case in the family. So, Haley's nan has actually got coronavirus, who I took to Turkey, who I took away. And, yeah, she's doing okay. She is in hospital at the moment. She's better than she was. It took 5.5 hours for an ambulance to come out to her. That tells you what is going on in the world today. So yeah, fingers crossed, and anyone who is religious, prayers out there, please. But yeah, we're living in a weird time. You know, it's one of those things, Crash, for this virus, where it happens, and we're making light of the situation because we think it's gonna be swine flu, it's gonna be SARS, it's not SARS, it's SARS. Sorry, I got Resident Evil on the brain. It's going to be one of those viruses that pass through. Now, obviously, stuff is getting so real. And if you don't care about the talk up front, I'd then skip forward to when we get to the topic of the show. For people who don't want to hear about it. Right now, I feel like people who listen to podcasts just want to hear people's voices. We're also stuck in isolation and stuff like that. Stuck with our kids, stuck with our families. I'm stuck with Haley. She's literally sat right near me. It's very horrible. I don't like it. Get your hand out of my show. So, yeah, there is going to be a little bit more talking up front, and there's not that much news. So, yeah, how are you, Krish? How are you coping with everything?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah? We're prepared for this.
Uncle has corona.
Oh, so then we got 2. Damn.
Yeah. A few people that my sister works with have gotten it. One of her coworkers actually passed away from it.
Fucking hell.
Now that it's sort of starting to impact me and get closer, it's like, oh, this is really early.
Well, this is the thing. This is what I was trying to say, which is like the reason I brought it up. Like Haley put something out on Facebook yesterday, and she said, "Am I going to mention the podcast?" I am, because I feel like a lot of us don't take things serious until it hits somebody we know. And I think that's definitely, it weren't like that with me. I started taking it serious as soon as we were on lockdown and news started coming through. When I'm sitting down at 5:30 watching the news every day, I think I'm taking it pretty serious. But there are people still out there that are just shopping willy-nilly, going to see their mum on Mother's Day, stuff like that, where I'm like, no, I'm not leaving the house. It's not happening. Go on.
Jasper's here, and I want to walk Jasper, and there's a park by us, and I'm like, I'm gonna go walk him through the park, whatever, and the park's just full of people
It's
playing
ridiculous.
football,
It's
playing
ridiculous.
whatever. And it's like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, well, obviously
Like
you guys,
large crowds of people.
you guys are kind of the laughing stock of the world currently, America, due to the fact of obviously Donald Trump with what he has said, calling it a hoax, saying that it's going to be cured after 15 people, all that stuff. I don't like Donald Trump. I don't like what he stands for. I don't like the way he speaks. I don't think we can put all of this on him. He does have people around him that failed him as well. But that's a deeper conversation, I guess, for a different podcast. But yeah, this is really strange. Our Prime Minister now has it. Has Corona. And like, we're just like, crap. We just don't know. It's like me. I'm like, all right, I ain't leaving. I'm at home.
The world's going to be in a really interesting space after this happens.
The economy is going to be shot.
Yeah.
It's really strange. But that's Corona talk anyway. We'll get that out of the way. Look, it was only about 6 minutes. See, that's not bad, chat. That's not bad. That's not bad. Chat, I'm not live. Podcast, that's not bad. So we will get into My Xbox and Me, which is our weekly Xbox podcast. We've never missed a week, and we don't plan to. Even if I get coronavirus, it will get passed on to Kresh, and Kresh will keep this show going, I swear. I'll make Haley do it with him. Who knows? You can get the show early over on patreon.com/mcfixer. You can find us on all podcast services. Subscribe to the YouTube channels, youtube.com/mcfixer and youtube.com/My Xbox and Me. Don't forget, right now is the perfect time to grab your fiance's phone and rate us on iTunes. Your kid's got an iPad, make her an account, rate us on iTunes. Up front, this again, because I said it last week and I will say it again, I've now lost a total of 10 Patreon supporters in the last week. I've gone from $314 a month on Patreon to $160. I 1000% understand where people are coming from. I beg and I hope that once this is over and people are able to go back to normality, that you will come back to me. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. I understand entertainment, someone such as me, looked at as maybe to some people as just, I need to support him. You can't do it no more. 1000% understand. I do hope that people listen to this show, people that care about this show, will continue to support it once we are back to normality. And yeah, like the government have already come out and like anyone who's a first year business can't claim like the business, self-employed business tax, employment stuff. So like, I was like, so what do I do? And they're like,
that's really weird.
Because we haven't got a tax, because we've not paid our taxes yet. They can't see how much we've earned, which I'm under the tax bracket anyway, but they can't see how much we earn, so we could lie and then get a bigger payment out. And it's like, don't get me wrong, I 1000% understand it. But the other side of it, I'm like, oh, I started a business at the wrong time. I really, really, really shouldn't have started a business in 2020, let me tell you. So yeah, I'm not sure what's actually going to happen with me. I don't know if I can claim, I can't claim unemployment because I'm not unemployed. But I don't know if I can claim some sort of way of getting a bump up, so the government will bump up me to like what a normal person. I don't know. I generally don't know. I can't even phone like the government people at the moment, like Job Center and stuff. They're like literally on their website. It's like, do not phone us. We will contact you. Like I was like, oh, okay, great, thanks for that. Yeah. Topic of the show this week though, Gears of War. No, that's a lie. Gears Tactic previews are out, Crash. I don't know if you saw them at all.
Did not. Yeah,
so Gears Tactic previews are out. IGN have a fantastic write-up, and that's sort of what I want to talk about, just to push you guys there this week. No, it's not Alana. It's man, I need to bring it up and find out so I can get the name exactly right. I knew who it was, and it just left my brain as soon as you're like, okay, we've got to say it. You got to say it. You got to say it. It's like, Miranda Sanchez. Miranda Sanchez did the preview for IGN. It's a fantastic preview with a deep dive into all of the game mechanics. Then she does a Q&A at the end of it with the team behind Gears Tactics. They spoke about how they took inspiration from Halo Wars 2 and how it's not in real time, but they were able to sort of help 343 were able to help them with this game and stuff. So it's a very good read. You should definitely go check it out. There wasn't many sound bites. I say it sound bites with meaning like quotes to take from it, which would make sense for a podcast sense, because a preview is something that you kind of want your own opinion of. It's sort of like an opinion piece, right? So
Yeah.
I implore people to go and check out Miranda Sanchez's preview. I checked it out. It's gotten me so hyped for the game. I forgot this game comes out this year. Like, I keep forgetting it comes out this year.
It's very under the radar.
It's got a deep story. It's literally going to be very, very interesting to see. So yeah, definitely go check that out. That is topic of the show this week. Moving on. Let's jump into Fix the Sack Crash. We get emails in and questions in via Twitter, Facebook, and obviously my Discord. And obviously you can email in at myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com. First question says, so, we're all sat at home with not a lot to do. I want hidden gems to pass the time. Doesn't need to be a game, maybe a Netflix show, film. I'll go first. The Boy is on Amazon Prime, from Little Smee. Thank you very much for your question. Appreciate it. Gems, Crash. What is your part? I think I know the answer, but what is your go-to pastime when you're not working or you're not streaming? What is the thing that you go to on a consistent base to do?
Music.
So
I
what?
listen to a lot of music.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend music because I listen to very
Well, you listen to hip hop.
niche music. Yeah, but I listen to like
Hip hop is not niche.
right, but I don't listen to like mainstream rap.
That's true.
I listen to
So who? Okay, no, but who are you currently listening to? Because there's a couple albums that have just dropped.
the new Royce the 5'9".
I haven't listened to it yet. To your no surprise, of course. I have it in my iTunes. I have it in my iTunes. I just haven't listened to it.
I really recommend you listen to it. It's really good. One quick note: he's kind of anti-vax on it.
Okay.
Not a good look for him.
Okay.
I think most of the album's like really well written and
Apart from that part.
Apart from that,
Okay.
and it was like really out of left field for someone like Royce because he usually is very intelligent when he speaks, right? And that's just like
Really?
I don't know,
With everything going on, you're like,
Yeah.
you sure about that? You sure about that?
Let me see. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up.
No, you're good. You're good. Obviously, from on the music side of things, Skepta's new album just dropped. For UK hip hop grime rap fans. Who else's album just dropped? Skepta's new album dropped. Joyner Lucas's album's just dropped.
Yeah. Have you listened to it?
I have not. No.
It's okay. Eight of the songs have already.
I was gonna say, I think the problem is most of the album's already out. So.
Yeah. And then the new stuff that's on there, I don't think most of it's like really that good to like warrant.
I tell you who has got a new song out that is very good. With Eminem, Jessie Reyes. Yeah, she's got a new song out with Eminem, which some of you may like. It's not like a rappy song. You'll like it. It's a pop. It's not. Is it pop? I wouldn't say it's even pop.
I wasn't a huge fan of the song.
No, so there's definitely pop. Chris hates pop, so I like.
I actually like Jessie Reyes' part. I did not like Eminem's part.
I didn't like Eminem's part either.
It sounded like recovery Eminem, and I'm not a fan of recovery Eminem.
Fair enough.
So,
yeah. Anything else on there?
Jay Electronica album.
Oh, I forgot Jay Electronica dropped an album.
It's a very good Jay-Z album.
Wait, so how many tracks is Jay-Z on?
There's 11 songs. Is it 7 songs?
I don't
it's
know.
10 songs. Jay-Z's on like 7 or 8 of them.
But it's not a joint album.
No.
Really.
Okay. It's a Jay Electronica album.
Okay.
But Jay-Z's on like 8 of them. And the thing is, like, Jay-Z washes Jay Electronica on every track they're on together.
If you don't understand what washes means, it means that Jay-Z was better on the song than the Jay Electronica. For those who don't understand hip hop. Remember, we're a gaming podcast.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm sorry. I got into the bag for a second.
Yeah, obviously we've been waiting for this album for like 10 years. It's the Final Fantasy 15 of the music industry, right?
Yeah.
It was promised. Yeah. It was coming. It did end up coming. It's not very good for hardcore. I like Final Fantasy.
You know what's a better example? Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, okay. I didn't play. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3, I think, would be a better example.
Was that 10 years in the making?
Good, but yeah, it was a really long time.
Nah, I don't remember. I lost track. All these bloody games, I've lost
Either of
track.
them. Let's pick any Square Enix game from a hat, and you probably like get the equivalents.
Other than music, for me, what else? I'm watching a lot of documentaries at the moment, obviously.
Have you watched Tiger King?
I have not watched Tiger King yet. It's on my list. That is the next one up. Why, you watched it?
No.
I was gonna say, you don't like documentaries.
I was curious because a lot of people are speaking very highly of it, and you're into that. Like,
I will. It's on my list. It's on my list. So currently, right now, yeah, I'm watching. I'm watching The Trials of Gabriel Fernandez, which is an 8-year-old child whose parents murdered, and it's about the neglect system of not only his parents but law enforcement and counsellors and child services, who just all shit the bed on this one. So currently watching that. Again, I learn so much about America watching these documentaries and how effed up your whole... I think, you know, when we talk and we're like, oh yeah, economy, money. It is ridiculous how your country is run sometimes. Like, yeah, I learned that, like,
money based.
I learned that, like, the child services company who were running all this were owned by the government, but only because they got paid out extra money. That's why they took the contract. And then a dad of someone was on the board and was funneling money to his son. So that it was like, what?
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff like that happens.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. And then, yeah, so I'm watching that, watching a couple of stand-ups, comedies at the moment, where I'm halfway through a couple of them. What was the one we watched? Damn, I can't even think of the name. There was this one of this black guy, and he's hilarious. Like, I'll get his name for next week's podcast, so I can pass it on to you guys. Yeah, just a load of stuff on Netflix. Then obviously, Disney Plus is out now in the UK, so I watched Mulan, of course, because Mulan's my favourite Disney film of all time. So that was the first thing I watched on Disney. Started showing Haley the 90s Spider-Man, so we've watched the first episode. She's just like, nice. I hate her. All she keeps doing is commenting on the fact how bad the art style is now and the animation and stuff. I'm like, this is my childhood, Haley. Shut up. This is amazing for me. Like, I'm sat there like nudging her every 2 seconds, like, look, check this out. Look, and there's that person. Like, in the first episode of Spider-Man, I didn't realise that he mentions the Avengers and stuff. And I'm like, now in my head, I'm like, he mentioned the Avengers. I know that reference.
You're like, Captain America. I understood that
reference. So yeah, we're watching that, and then we're watching Pokemon as well. We're going back watching all the original. Nice. Only 52 episodes, Crash.
Yeah, it's not long.
Yeah, I didn't realize. As a kid, I must have watched so many reruns where it just kept going. Like,
it's always reruns.
Yeah. So, but yeah, 52 episodes.
I don't think as a kid I've watched the whole series.
Okay, have you watched it as an adult?
I've watched a lot of it. I've watched most of it. I think I stopped on like the last 5 or 6 episodes.
Yeah, so I've got that, and then I've added like every single Pokemon series to my list. So like Sun and Moon, I think there's one.
Oh, even the newer ones.
Because I want to get back. I've been saying for a while, I want to get back into Pokemon, and I feel like the TV show will help me learn the names of these goddamn new Pokemon.
Got it.
So,
okay,
yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it.
What
about you? Watch anything?
Not at the moment.
Just
there's
music
to watch.
Just there's plenty to watch.
Music and RuneScape. Not much for me.
Fair enough.
Like really
yeah,
into.
I mean, I suppose right now, for this part, before we talk about Xbox games, I've been playing a ton of Animal Crossing to pass time. Obviously, that's kind of like the perfect game for right now, because it's a time-based game where like you go on, I spend like 8 hours harvesting things, getting materials, paying off Tom Nook, and then you have to turn off and wait for the next day. Like, it's kind of perfect for that sense. Other than that, a lot of streams. Obviously, right now is like the perfect time. Every streamer on God's Given Earth is online at the same time. So I'm watching a ton of live streams. Bunch of Resident Evil streamers, Orchbach, Ray7, bunch of people just watching people get world records and stuff. Everyone's got the time to now, so it's everyone's just sat there like streaming 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours a day. It's like ridiculous. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Help your local streamer Everyone
Yeah.
listening, like right now is the time of no excuses. Seriously, if you've got a mobile phone, literally, and you've got nothing going on, check Twitch every single day to see if a streamer's live and leave it on in the background while you're watching TV with your wife or sorting that stuff with your kids. That one view helps so much. So yeah, like I know I'm live every weekday at 10 a.m. Apart from Tuesdays because I do the podcast with Crash. If you want to come in and lurk, you haven't got to talk, you haven't got to say anything, just literally come in, put it up in the background, leave a tiny bit of volume, done. It really does help. You can help people get partnered right now. That's how important it is. So yeah.
Huh. I wonder if Twitch will look like the current time period any differently than normal.
I would hope not, because you still have to convince the people to get in there.
Absolutely, I agree.
I mean, I think what they'll look into more is interaction. So chat going on in stuff going on in chat, probably subs.
So are people communicating
and probably bits stuff like that. Yeah, it'd be a lot. Fair. It'd be more than just a view count. Where, yeah, we'll see.
That's
I
very
guess.
Fair. I've seen quite a few streamers like reach huge milestones in their streams right now.
They will do. They will do, because there's more. Don't get me wrong. There's more people streaming, but there's got to be so many more people wanting content. There's people who don't listen to music. There's people who don't watch films. There's people who don't. There's like they want to watch gameplay.
They have another 8 days in their life. Not 8 days. 8 hours in their life that they had for school.
Even the people who are working from home can then have it up in the background and stuff like that. So yeah,
it's noise for while they're working.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for the question. That was me. Hope we answered it. Next one says, if you could, we've had this question plenty of times, if you could have any game remastered for current gen or next gen consoles, what would it be and why? I would pick The Simpsons Hit and Run, mainly due to nostalgia, and I grew up on that game and it was amazing. From Angel Boy. Thank you, Angel, for the question. It's a question we get very, very often. On the podcast, I usually say Simpsons Hit and Run. Is there one that springs to mind for you? This different than normal?
I don't really care for remasters at this point.
Yeah,
because there's a way to play all these games if I really wanted to.
I was thinking about this the other day with Resident Evil, where he was like, "Oh, I wonder what's next, like for remasters. Like, will they do 4?" And I was like, "No, I don't think they will." Like, I keep saying I don't think they will.
Are we considering like what Resident Evil does the same as a remaster? Because a remake and a remaster aren't the same.
It's not.
I don't view
it's
Resident
not
Evil 3 the same as like.
No, you're right. It's not the same.
As a remaster.
It's not the same, but I think let's change the question then. Let's don't call it a remaster. Let's call it a remake. Okay. So when I say I want Simpsons Hit and Run, I don't want literally Simpsons Hit and Run remastered. I want a remake of Simpsons Hit and Run.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go with remake. Is there any game? See, I'd love maybe Mass Effect 1 to get remade. So
yes.
So that I can actually experience that series.
A lot of ones I'd want to be remade. I'd want Mass Effect 1. Kingdom Hearts 1 would be a great remake.
Yep.
I'm sure there's stuff.
Do you think it's funny you say that? Do you think in our lifetime there will be a remake of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2?
1 for sure.
Yeah.
2, I don't know. I think for sure 1. We might be like old and walking with walking sticks and stuff like that.
I'm already there.
Like maybe on an oxygen tank. I don't know, but we will.
Don't joke about oxygen right now. We all need it.
True. I do think that it'll be in our lifetime, especially because like remakes seem to happen at like a faster pace now than they did before.
Yeah.
Because we consume content so quick, stuff gets older quicker.
I find it wild the fact that I'm living in a time that Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 have been remade.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that is wild.
Yeah. Resident Evil doesn't seem like a old franchise, right?
But it is. I'm like...
it absolutely is. I've never thought of it as that. Because like I was playing Resident Evil 5 on the 360, and that like... That's old, but that's not that old to me.
No, yeah, I don't count that as old. This is what I was getting to, which is like the games that are stuck on consoles that can't be ported forward. I think those are the games that you're going to start seeing now get remade. So obviously Resident Evil 3, you couldn't play Resident Evil 3 on any new hardware. It was the only Resident Evil game, and 2, but 2 was then done, was stuck. Like, you can get Code Veronica on 360. You can get every other Resident Evil game now, apart from, obviously, 1 got remade as well. But yeah, I'm like, what games? Yeah, Simpsons Hit and Run would definitely be up there for me. I'd have to really think now about like games that really mean a lot to me.
For me, honestly, like I don't think I'd want a remake unless it drastically improves the gameplay or it changes it. Like Final Fantasy VII, if it was the same Final Fantasy VII, like the turn-based and everything, just better graphics,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that because there's Steam mods for that. I could get that on
There's a
PC,
way
and there are
you
mods
could
that
get
up the
that. Yeah.
graphics. So I know people want that, and I do know people have problems with the Final Fantasy VII, and that's all fair. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I wouldn't want that. So I don't know. That's kind of a hard question for me because I don't reimagine franchises like that, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think Metal Gear Solid is obviously one that, without question, like it's a game again stuck on a piece of hardware that you just can't get it anywhere. So to have that game remade in the way like to imagine it like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 is now reviews are up for it, so we'll talk about that very soon. But it's like imagine Resident Evil 1, Metal Gear Solid 1 remade from the ground up without Kojima, but I still think it could be done in a smart way. Obviously, there was rumors that PlayStation were buying Konami, and now there's rumors that Xbox are buying Konami. I call bullcrap. People got way too much time on their hands right now, so I will take everything with a pinch of salt. I'll take everything with a pinch of salt right now. So yeah,
who knows? Konami might be trying to get themselves sold. Like somebody buy us, anybody.
Well, I think it's by the franchises. Is what the rumor was.
It was the franchise. It wasn't Konami itself. It was like Castlevania, Metal Gear Solid, and some other game.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think we're in this really strange period of gaming where, like, imagine San Andreas remastered, like remade. Do you know how much that would sell? Vice City. Those two games alone, do you know how well they would sell as a remake?
And the best game, Liberty City,
That's a PSP one, right?
No, isn't that? Is Liberty City the PS4?
Oh no, you might.
That was GTA 4.
No, I think it was called Liberty City Stories.
Oh, I think you're right. GTA 4. I don't remember. Did GTA 4 have like a subtitle?
No, GTA 4 is just GTA 4.
GTA 4, yeah, GTA 4.
Yeah,
best GTA game.
Do you honestly think that?
Yeah, it's generally my favorite GTA game.
Oh man, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I
think GTA 5 does stuff better. Like its world is generally better and they populate it better.
Yeah.
But I think like story wise, I choose GTA 4. And I don't think the gameplay is different enough to really go off the gameplay.
To really argue it. Okay. Yeah. I'll allow it. Hope you answered your question, Angel Boy. Next one says, we've all been playing a lot of Animal Crossing this week. Do you think a game like this could work on other platforms like Xbox and benefit from... And what benefits could a platform like Xbox provide, like online matchmaking improvements? From Phil556. Go on. Because you've not played.
No, I think it could work on other platforms. Benefiting, I don't think games benefit from other platforms. I think that's 100% a developer side of things. It's how the developers do servers and netcode and all that stuff, and that goes deeper than that. It's different if like Xbox as a company is willing to like help with Animal Crossing and Nintendo reaches out for that, than it just being on that platform.
Yeah, so we're talking obviously a hypothetical scenario where there's a game like Animal Crossing that's got multi-platform, right? It's on every system. I don't think... Damn. I don't know. And don't get me wrong, there is definitely things that could help. The online infrastructure of Nintendo is piss poor. And we've learned that with Animal Crossing especially. The fact you can't do anything when someone leaves your island, when someone comes to your island, when someone's in the menu, when it's like, Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous. It takes away that fun. In a way, it does. Don't get me wrong, I've had too much fun in Animal Crossing, but it takes away that fun every 2 seconds. If you want 8 people to come to your island, it's going to take you about 9 minutes to get them there.
Yeah.
I
don't think that's infrastructure issues. I think that's a game design issue from like a multiplayer perspective, right? Because I think a lot of times these are viewed as like co-op games where you'll play with the person next to you, or you'll play with friends and whatnot. And it's not like this streamer experience where you do have, or this big group get together where you do have 8 people playing together, right?
I mean, I would agree with you, but the more and more I'm seeing it is the more... There's other people out there in the world who are not streamers who are complaining about these issues because they just want people to be able to get in their game a bit quicker. Like,
Right.
I think that's the only problem though. But I don't honestly feel, I don't think it would work. I feel like it works. Right now, Animal Crossing works because it's a exclusive on a system that people actually want in a time where everyone is stuck indoors. Like,
And it's a franchise that has a lot of say in the
it does,
industry.
but it's like even Haley's friends. Haley tweets about it or puts it on Instagram, and her friends like, "Oh, I'm thinking about getting a Switch." Her friends are not gamers. Do you know what I mean? Haley's playing 6 hours a day. Like at the moment, it's ridiculous of Animal Crossing. I don't know. I don't think if this was on Xbox, I generally don't. I'm gonna say it like this: if this was on Xbox, I don't think Haley would care about it as much. She has an Xbox, but because she bought a new piece of hardware and everybody is playing it around her, it then brings everybody wanting to play it. Where if it was multi-platform, I feel like it's too much to distract other people. There's nothing else on Switch right now new for people to be playing. Do you get what I mean by that?
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that.
I could definitely be wrong.
I don't feel like if this game was multi-platform and it was as good as it is right now, which a lot of people do really like a lot of the things about this game, I think this game in this climate would do fine. If
this exact game was on Xbox, I'd give it. I would rate it down because of if it was the same with the island situation, because this multiplayer is not good.
But you shouldn't. So then its multiplayer is just
no. Its multiplayer is not good on Nintendo either. I'm not. But I'm saying like I expect that much more from an Xbox infrastructure online and stuff like that. So
that's not an Xbox infrastructure thing.
Well, it's a Nintendo infrastructure thing though.
It's not a Nintendo.
You don't think so?
Game. No, it's purposefully done that way. The cutscene happens because they purposefully do it.
Is it not because of load times or something like that?
It's load. It could be load times. It could be net code. It could be the way their online works in general. Not Nintendo itself, but the way that the company designed it. Because when you have online in companies that don't really work with online, issues like this tend to happen.
Got ya.
Look when a new person makes a fighting game and that net code's not great. It's because they're not great at making that code. Look at NetherRealm, the people who make Mortal Kombat. They didn't get good net code until, was it Injustice 2 or Mortal Kombat X? It took them a really long time to get good net code. Because that takes time and work to like figure out what you're doing and better it. So I could be absolutely 100% wrong on that, but that's always been my perspective with Nintendo. It isn't necessarily an issue with Nintendo itself. It's an issue with the people who are making the games and them not knowing how to properly implement online.
Fair enough.
Or maybe them not even necessarily
explaining it properly.
Right?
Yeah, I got you. I hear you. Huh. Don't get me wrong. I'd love Animal Crossing to be on Xbox, and I don't think I could. Yeah, I don't know. If Animal Crossing was on Xbox right now, would I care as much? I don't know. I generally don't know. Would I put in as much time? I don't know.
There is a valid claim to say that Nintendo has a lot of power and they can turn a game that's sort of mediocre and give it a lot of eyes. And it might get a bump from the public.
I generally believe. And this is a great game. Don't get me wrong. But I do honestly believe it's a great game for Nintendo. I generally do think that. Like, I'm having so much fun with it, but I do, like, I've played games like Rust. I've played games like Daisy. I played, like, these type of big games, like open world games. Like, you are stuck on a tiny island, if you really think, it's a tiny island, where everything is timed, where you can invite friends over, but it takes a long time, where you jump off to another island, where there's a long load time. That's it. That's what the game is. So far for me. Don't get me wrong. I'm only 30 hours in. There's still plenty. That's crazy to say, right? There's still plenty to come.
I'm only 30 hours in.
There's still plenty to come.
It could just be the way that they gamify it, right?
No, it definitely is purposeful. Everything it does is on purpose. I understand why it's run the way it is. I understand why the island's that size. I understand. So it makes it's a good game, but I do think if this was on Xbox, a AAA Xbox game, I'd be like, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. A part of me thinks my perception of the game would be different. And I think the public's perception of the game would be different. If Xbox put this out, people wouldn't be running to buy Xboxes for it. But because it's Nintendo, people are buying Switches for it.
I don't know if that's necessarily fair, only in the sense that the Switch is also a to-go platform. You aren't getting something that's just gonna sit at home. It's like, oh, I can get this now, and next time I have like a plane or a long trip somewhere, I could play this game.
Yeah,
So there is more of this long-term value for somebody who's only gonna be home, who might be stuck home for like 8 weeks right now,
yeah.
where the Switch will have value beyond that.
Oh no, this is the thing with like Haley's. Haley's just bought a Switch, right? Like literally just got it before this all went down. So before they all went out of stock, and and I'm sort of like sitting there looking at it. I'm like, she's already used it more than she used the Wii U. Like, yeah, all right, I'm fine with it. I'm not like usually I complain when she still hasn't played. She played one game on her Xbox One X. Was so excited to get it when she won it. Just sits there. I use it more than she does.
She doesn't have any games to play.
She's got Game Pass. She's got plenty.
She doesn't have anything she wants to play.
Clearly.
You can't say that because you know the feeling of having a ton of games, looking through all the games, and like, I've got nothing to play.
Shut up, Chris. You don't know me. You don't know me at all. Be quiet.
I have thousands of hours of content right on my Xbox. I'm not playing any of it. I have nothing.
Nothing new. Speaking of that, this is perfect segue actually. With everything going on, do you think you'll look back at your backlog from Mr. Moody? Hell to the no.
Agreed. No.
No chance. Resident Evil 3's out Friday. Currently playing Animal Crossing. Bleeding Edge is out. What else? Final Fantasy will be out by then. On the 10th. No. My backlog is not getting touched anytime soon. Obviously, I haven't put it in the news actually, but Nier Automata is coming to Game Pass.
I saw
and
that.
I'm like, I really want to play that. Who knows when I'll actually play it? No, hell no. Hell no. My backlog isn't getting touched. There's plenty there I should be playing, but no, definitely not.
Yeah. Gotta be in the conversations, you know?
But we don't. We really don't, but we do.
Yeah, we like to be.
We like to be. Crash, let's get into what's been in your box this week, Crash. In a week where in a couple of weeks, we've had Ori and the Blind Forest has dropped first party. Bleeding Edge is now dropped. I'm sure you're about to talk about one of those two games that you've been playing.
I'm about to talk about both of them.
Oh, what?
Yeah. You thought I wouldn't talk about either. Fix said that like with the emphasis like you're gonna talk about one of them, right, Crash?
I wasn't ready.
Not disappoint me right now.
I wasn't ready. Wow. All right, let's go. Let's start with Ori. And how are you getting on through Ori?
I'm a little bit past halfway mark. I think I don't really know because I haven't been looking up like chapters or how far it is or anything. The game is very laggy. It's shut down on me a few times. It is not an enjoyable experience right now.
Because of those problems, not because of the game.
The game itself, like the game design and all that stuff, is fantastic. It's phenomenal. It's out of this world. I think without these issues, it's 100% in the conversation for Game of the Year for me. I think with these issues, if these issues aren't fixed, it probably just gets out of that conversation.
Yeah.
Because it's really like noticeable for me. I know some people have had like, I was talking to Ben and he's like, I've only lagged a little bit in underwater scenes. I'm like, I've lagged in underwater scenes. I've lagged in the desert. I've lagged when I open up the menu. Also like I have this habit of when I play platformers and games with maps, I open up the map a lot to make sure I'm going the right way. It's just like instinctively, and the game just has a lag when you do that. So the game is lagging even extra for me, and I could knock that back if I don't pause. But that's
not how you play the game. So that's not on you for playing the game how you play it at the end of the day.
Yeah, so that's disappointing. But aside from that, like that game is just it's so good. The music, the art style, everything, the improved combat, it's all just really, really, really good.
Yeah.
I hope they fix it soon.
So you can go back.
Yeah, because I feel like by the time like in another week or two, I don't know when I'd want to go back. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you'll probably be Game of the Year talk by then. That's when you'll probably finish it for when we're talking about Game of the Year.
But then like the magic's gone at that point because I played through half of it.
I think you can still. I think objectively, you'll still be able to say it's a great game, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But like a great game in a top 10 game, you know.
A top 10 game. I mean,
I'm just saying.
Final Fantasy don't come this year to us. There you go. You can take that spot.
Oh man, that's true. That's very true. A slot just opened up. You're right.
What was I gonna say? I haven't currently played any more Ori since the initial couple of hours that I played, just because
Okay.
Animal Crossing has just had me hard. I do plan on going and beating it. There's going to be a long period for me where once I beat Resident Evil and once I beat Final Fantasy X, I don't think there's much else coming for me just yet. Because we don't really know what happens beyond there, really. Nothing's really got release dates and stuff. We don't know if consoles are getting delayed. We don't know anything. So, yeah, well, it will be an interesting time. But yeah, so I haven't played any more Ori. Speaking of Bleeding Edge, though, Kresh, have you played any of it?
Yes, I played 2 matches.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's really not.
How you feeling?
I went back to it.
Yeah.
And clear mind, let me just
Yep.
jump into it. I really stand by the opinion that those game modes do not work for that game.
Oh,
I had a bit of lag in my game as well. I don't know if that's Xbox issues with everybody being on Xbox right now. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if the game was just lagging. I don't know what it is.
yeah.
I don't think the game modes work for like the gameplay itself. I feel like that is a very brawler heavy game, and having these big open maps with these sort of deliberate choices you have to make and sacrifice things, I don't think it works unless you are forced to queue with a full team, which they obviously can't do.
Yep.
I don't think it works. I think if they picked an arena style map that's small and circular and there's one goal on both sides that each team sort of is going for, I think that works a lot better.
Yeah.
Or something in the middle for them to fight for. I think that works because I think the game works the best when there is one point that everybody goes for and everybody's fighting at the same spot.
Got ya. I played a couple of matches as well, and I kind of agree with you, which is it's that frustration between if you don't go with a full squad, this game to me seems very unplayable. Where my healer's not healing, and that's it, done. If your healer's not healing in this game, it's over. And I don't know how I feel about. I like the game modes. I still stand by I like the game modes. I don't think the game modes are bad.
I agree.
I just think they need a little bit of fine tuning. And they need to be reworked or balancing issues, or I don't know what it is, but something feels off the whole time I'm playing. And again, I am going in solo. I did say actually up front, Xbox did provide me with a code for this one, so thank you very much, Xbox. But then it was the embargo day was the day I got the code, so it was kind of I think it was more of a case of we need people to play this. Here you go. Then it was we actually care about what you have to say. Unfortunately, review round up. Destructo gave it a 6.5. IGN gave it a 7. Twinfinite gave it a 6. The Metro gave it a 7, and True Achievements gave it a 7 as well. The consensus really is that it's okay. And I think that's kind of where I stand on it as well, which is it's okay. What worries me about this, though, is I do not want Game Pass to become a place for Xbox exclusives, which this is, a first-party exclusive title where we accept it's okay.
Yeah.
Because we need content.
I agree.
That's something that worries me a lot.
I think also it being a $30 game. I think if this was a free-to-play game that you got benefits from on Game Pass or whatever would be a completely different conversation. The fact is, it's still a $30 game.
$30 is not a bad price point for it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But there's a huge difference from like a free-to-play game that can improve and a game that you have to buy that can improve, right?
Yeah.
So I do think the game has room for improvement. And
definitely.
Somewhere down the line, if they keep working on it, it will become a great game, or at least a good game, right?
Yeah, I think the worrying thing with this is it's come out to no fanfare, really. It's come out
Nobody's
to no
it.
one's talking about it. Even Microsoft, being greedy, had a little back and forth in my Twitch chat saying how Xbox haven't marketed, and I'm seeing ads everywhere for it through targeted ads. So I'm seeing it on Facebook, I'm seeing it on Twitter, I'm seeing it on my Instagram, I'm seeing it through all those places. But you're right, you're not seeing the big push for it. But I think that that is just testament to where they set their expectations with this game. Look at what they did with Ori, where they're buying IGN ads and it's being pushed everywhere, and then look at this. And I think you have to
just be like they played it internally and they were like, this isn't something that we should be marketing like
I think it's a case of it's from the first party, but it's a smaller title. It's a $30 title. It's never a $60 title. It's a game. I think they agree with us on this, which is a case of it's going to grow over time. It's going to get better over time. Not that I think what is there is bad, but I do agree with the reviews, which is it's okay. I am not compelled to sit there and play the ish out of this. I'm just not.
Yeah. Which is a shame. I was actually like really looking forward to this because I still think that the character designs and the way they have like a lot of built-in combos and the way the characters work is actually like really interesting. I just don't think everything surrounding those characters necessarily works.
I also don't think it helps. It come out on top of Animal Crossing. It come out on top of Doom. It's coming out. Obviously, Resident Evil's out Friday. Final Fantasy is out the week after that. Where people's minds are just not thinking Bleeding Edge right now. With everything going on with COVID as well, it's like I don't know. It it doesn't fit right now where it needs to.
Yeah, I agree. I really agree with that.
Yeah, unfortunately, Bleeding Edge not one that I can say I'm loving, but I'm hoping I'm gonna get back to it at some point. I am hoping I'll get back to it, so we see. Other than that, Kresh, what else have you been playing?
I had a stream. I streamed yesterday, Fix.
Oh wow, I must have been asleep.
And my internet held up.
Oh, mine didn't. I streamed yesterday and my internet went down.
I know. I saw your Discord post. I was like, oh my god, that means I gotta try it because it'll work. I streamed the Resident Evil 3 demo.
Oh, what'd you think?
It's okay. I don't like it as much as Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
Granted, I feel like this threw you somewhere in the middle of it, if I'm not mistaken.
This takes place before Resident Evil 2.
Right, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm the middle of the game. Like you're not at the start.
No, this is not the beginning. No, this is not the beginning.
So I feel like when
I say that, in my head, from what I know about Resident Evil 3, this is not the beginning.
Okay, so as long as this is not the beginning, it's not too worrisome.
Yeah.
Because I think like once you get set up and the tone set and everything, because they kind of like throw you right in the point where you run into Nemesis.
The reason I say I don't think this is the beginning is because she doesn't react in a way of like, oh my god, that's Nemesis, blah blah blah. It's more like, oh, it's you again, get out of the goddamn way type situation.
Yeah, because the first time you see Nemesis, he's like grabbing the guy and tentacles are coming out and everything. And she's like, what is he doing to him? Not like,
Brad,
what is he?
Yeah.
So I agree with you. So like that whole setup isn't there, and I think that kind of was like a subtractor for me.
Got ya.
I thought it controlled well. Dodge mechanic didn't seem overpowered.
No, it's very good.
When you dodge, you are stuck in place for like a little bit after that. So you can't dodge a group of zombies and just dodge one because the other ones will just get you. What else? It's more Resident Evil, right?
Yes.
There is that. Here's this hint about how you get it, like the safe code, and then you find the aqua poster with the code. And it's like, okay, I like that bit of it. So seeing how that opens up, I don't know if I'll like it as much as the police station, but maybe if it is just like a bigger police station or something like that.
No, police station is exactly the same police station. Okay. But the problem is, I've seen too much. So I now know, like, not spoilers, just from trailers and stuff. If you sit there and really think about all of the trailers that I've watched and done reactions to, it's like, oh, I know who we're gonna play in the police station. I know when Nemi's gonna pop up. I know all of this because I know what I know from Resident Evil 2, and with it being taking place after Resident Evil 2, and I've played that much of Resident Evil 2 that I like, oh, that wall was knocked down by him, and this happens here, and that happens there. I'm like, oh, fudge. I think I know this game. And I've not read deep reviews of anything because I don't want it spoiled for myself, but reviews are coming out. IGN gave it a 9, VG 24/7 gave it a 6. I think PlayStation Universe gave it an 80. Digital Download gave it 80. There's a couple out there that have given it. There's some 9s, there's some 8s, there's some 7s, there's some 6s.
So it's a mixed bag, really.
The problem I think with it is everyone's expectations are so high because of Resident Evil 2, right? So it currently sits at an 80 on Metacritic, just so people are aware. People's expectations are so high for this game that an 80 is nothing to sniff at. 80 is a great score.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I've heard it's very short, and that doesn't surprise me because Resident Evil 3 wasn't the longest game on Earth anyway. Resident Evil games are not long games. Like, they're not long games anyway. Like, if you can beat a game in an hour, then you know it's not that long a game. It's how long you make it. It's how slow you take it. It's how
Resident Evil 2 wasn't a long game.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm worried. I am worried. I am worried. I think it's going to be fun for the first playthrough, but I don't think there's going to be much substance there other than that for longevity. And I feel like they've done the thing that I didn't want them to do, which is it's coming out a year after Resident Evil 2, meaning did it have as much development time? I don't mean this rudely by the team that's made it. I'm sure they done a fantastic job, but it's done by the B team. It's like, is Nemesis getting shafted again?
Mm-hmm.
This happened once before, remember? Nemesis wasn't meant to be the third game. It was meant to be an offshoot game. And it just feels like it's not even called Resident Evil 3 Nemesis anymore. It's called Resident Evil 3. I feel like they're going to do a great job, and it's something that you've said, they're going to do a great job of telling you a great story in the Resident Evil world. More grounded, makes more sense. So then we've got Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2 story, Resident Evil 3 story. So that the canon now makes sense. But that's all they're fixing at this point. Like, it's still a prettier game. It is changed. It is different. But I don't know. I have not played it. I've not been able to get my hands on it. I did reach out to a code. Capcom, hello. You ignored me. Hi, I go by the name of MC Fixer. I'd love to get your games early so I can preview them on my show. Bye. But yeah, no, I didn't get a response. So yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
It'll be really interesting. I don't know.
I'm exactly the same.
I'm worried that some people are just kind of like you said, judging it off of Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah.
Which, from what I've played, and again, I didn't play the beginning, so I don't know how it opens up. Because even Resident Evil 2 sort of increases in pace the further you go into it.
Yeah.
Not to say that it becomes like an action game or anything, but it does certainly get quicker. And maybe this is far enough along where that starts happening in this game.
Yeah.
But it definitely did feel like a faster pace than the beginning of Resident Evil 2. Which is very moody. It's very slow. It's very methodical once you get into the police station.
Yeah.
And even in the beginning convenience store. So.
It's gonna be an interesting one, Crash. It's gonna be an interesting one. I am optimistic. I'm sure I'm still gonna love it. But I was hoping it was gonna catapult past 2. And from everything I'm hearing, it definitely won't. So.
Yeah.
Project Resistance. Have you had a chance to play that yet?
I played one match.
Okay.
I was searching for a match yesterday for like
takes
10 or 15
long
minutes.
Yep.
I could not find one. I searched one earlier today, right before whenever I messaged you. I was like, okay, you're gonna be on a little bit later. Let me just play a match of this just so I can talk on it.
Yeah.
Those matches are really quick. They go by really quick in game as well.
What?
This is like a 5-minute match.
Did you win? Okay, that's why. Yeah. So
so you get more time the farther you go.
The further you go on, the more it goes on. So this is my problem with the game. I played it for about 2 hours. It's not fun playing solo because you have dumb teammates. Every character has a different ability, right? And if you're not using those abilities, you're not going to defeat the mastermind. The mastermind is currently OP if you're a squad of 4 separates. The mastermind is OP, where he's doable if you are a squad that plays together. My problem is it needs to have a progression system. I don't know what the progression system is, and that scares me. Because if this is it, if this is what it is, that is it. I don't care. I generally don't care.
I don't think it's that, because when you pick your characters, there's a whole bunch of question marks and stuff. So I do think there is ranking up of characters and unlocking stuff for characters.
Yeah.
I don't know how deep that'll go. I don't know if it's gonna be something like Dead by Daylight, which I think would be fine. If it's
I'd be fine with that.
Like Dead by Daylight, where you can equip certain stuff when you go in.
Yeah.
So you'll start with an extra herb or an extra grenade or something like that. I think that'd be fine. Mastermind, as soon as the game I played, as soon as I jumped in, the Mastermind was already controlling a zombie that was like unkillable.
No, it's definitely not unkillable, but yeah, I got you.
One of the guys ran by, and I'm like, are we supposed to run by? And I'm following this guy, and the 2 people are fighting him, and I'm like, okay, I guess I turn around on this guy, and they were already dead,
Damn.
and the guy was fighting someone else, and he died. And I'm like, I
Okay,
don't
you
get
had a
what's going
terrible
on.
team. You had a terrible team.
Yeah, and I'm like, maybe that changes in terms of players. Maybe that changes the more people play it.
Yeah.
But it's hard to like get people to get to that point, right?
My thing is, I'm waiting for everyone to die off of it, and then the the Resident Evil hardcores to stay on it. So if they stick with it, I think it will be an enjoyable experience. If it's just a bunch of random people playing it who don't talk on microphones and stuff like that, it's going to be a horrible experience. So
I think not talking on microphones and being good at the game is fine.
No. I don't disagree. But it's the little things where, like, I was playing and it's a time limit based mode, right?
Yeah.
And my teammates are like 4 steps away from the door. All they had to do is move forward, but they wouldn't move forward. So they thought the game was broken. But because they wasn't close enough to the door, we didn't progress. But that cost us 40 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's
okay.
It's so annoying.
When I got into it, I didn't watch anything, so I didn't know how it works. I was kind of expecting it to be like the slow paced, like moody game.
Yeah, no.
That's what I was really expecting. I was like, that could be a really cool experience.
It reminds me more of a multiplayer version of Mercenaries mode, which is that is a combo based, kill everything you can, here's a time limit. It's that mixed in with multiplayer, mixed in with the mastermind.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, it's not bad, it's just not good. Yet. Yeah. I think it could be cool if there's a lot of different maps, if there's a decent progression system. The Resident Evil engine's a fantastic engine, so playing the game feels cool.
The one thing about Resident Evil 3, the demo, that I didn't touch on.
Yeah.
The graphics are absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
The one cutscene you see where they're in the train and everything, like the facial expressions and everything, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Except that one Russian guy looks absolutely soulless the whole time.
Who, Mikhail?
Looks like, I don't know what his name is.
I mean, his old man just been spit up, so.
Dude, he looked like he was ready to kill anybody. I mean, he cared about nobody. He'd kill a child. I'm just saying. He looked soulless. Not in a bad way. He's a veteran. He's an old guy. He's been in the army. He's
I got you.
Shit.
Bit of compassion. Her name is Valentine. Something Valentine.
Yeah.
Jill, come on.
Yeah.
Let's get into this week's Dashboard Crash. Let's talk about the news this week. Yes. Here's why the Xbox Series X controller uses AA batteries. Crash, have you read this yet?
Yeah, this is a bull answer. This is such a...
Microsoft is explaining this decision once again to use AA batteries to the power of the Xbox Series X controller. Using it provides, quote, flexibility, end quote, for players. According to Microsoft's Jason Rowland via Eurogamer, both fan and internal feedback was split on the issue, with half preferring AA's and half preferring rechargeable internal batteries, like those found in the Sony's DualShock controller. Rowland says the decision to stick with AA as the default power supply ultimately provides players, quote, flexibility, as they can use those to all purchase a rechargeable battery pack. Those in the AA camp generally favour the option for its provided longevity in terms of both battery and controller life. Fans of the internal batteries argue for its convenience, simple plug and play with no additional cost. Crash, you don't like this answer?
So
it's more flexible for the players.
Why this answer is complete bull. I'm sure that they did get something that is something like not 50-50, but maybe like a 40-50, where they're like, we could just make that argument. This argument is absolutely 40-60. I said 40-50. The math.
I got you, bro. Don't worry.
But this argument's wrong, because if you're worried about flexibility, you'd pack in a rechargeable kit with it. Flexibility is not the reasoning here. If flexibility is the reasoning, you package it with a plain charge kit. You don't sell that separately. That's not flexibility. That's just not flexibility.
I have to 100% side with you on this one, brother. Where I'm like, whew, bad luck on Xbox behalf. Don't pretend to be doing something for people when you're not. It's not flexible. It's not better. It's not anything. The only thing I will say is, this is the one thing I will say, which is the Xbox controller. People buy a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
So if the battery internally died on a lot of those controllers, they would become useless, right?
Yeah.
So that is my only argument for it, where it's a case of, okay, we do not having a battery built in does give the controller more longevity.
Yes.
But
if that's the argument they made, I would agree.
Yeah,
that's not really the argument they made. They're like, flexibility, you can go either way.
I know.
And
but
the reasoning for like why people picked it, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But like the reasoning for why they didn't, like give you a play and charge kit. It doesn't even have to come with every controller, but a console.
Yeah, I'm trying my hardest to argue for it, just so we have a decent conversation, but I really can't. It's yeah.
I don't think you can. I don't think there's anything to like sort of make that argument.
No, there isn't. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. So sorry, Xbox, but sorry, Jason, but you're wrong on this one. Microsoft is adjusting Xbox Live functionality due to pandemic. As The Verge reported, Microsoft this week said it has seen a 775% jump in demand for its cloud services like Microsoft Teams and Windows Virtual Desktop, in place with the in-full social distancing measures or shelter-in-place orders due to the novel coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. The increased demand has prompted Microsoft to limit some Xbox Live functionality as well. Quote, "We're actively monitoring performance and usage trends to ensure we're optimizing services for games worldwide," the company said. "At this time, we're taking proactive steps to plan for a higher usage period, which includes taking prudent measures with our publisher partners to deliver higher bandwidth activities like game updates during off-peak hours." On the site, Xbox support site, Microsoft said record numbers of people were attempting to use the service, including Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Live, and Mixer. As a result, Microsoft has temporarily removed the ability for users to upload custom gamer pick, club pick, or club backgrounds to streamline moderation and ensure the best experience. All of this was going to happen, right? Like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
People are off. Kids are off school. Kids are going to play games. If they have it in front of them, they're going to use it. So
stuff on the internet across the board is all like lowering the quality. YouTube will automatically put you on a lower quality now.
Yeah. But that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's functional, right? That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to ensure that it's functional.
It's got to be a long... It's that weird place where, like, I couldn't stream yesterday, right? And a part of me was like, oh, I'm going to ring up Virgin. A part of me was like, probably everyone's hitting the internet right now. Like, just shut the hell up. Yeah. You can't stream for one day. Get over it.
Yeah. I could stream, Shout out to...
Me not streaming helps you in New York, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, no, this is... Everything is getting affected. You'll notice more lag, more latency in your game. I know in League of Legends, people are having ping higher by like 30 points.
People are not happy.
Xbox.
No, I got you.
But you'll notice it across everything you use. YouTube, Twitch, Mixer. Mixer's apparently been pretty bad.
Terrible,
right now.
Probably.
But they've been bad for a minute, so who knows?
Dude, I load a stream on Mixer and it takes me a minute.
Yeah, Mixer's like in a really bad spot right now. I feel like they're just not caring about it anymore. They're like, we got Ninja and that didn't work. What else can we do?
They're probably pissed about Ninja.
They put so much money into him.
He did bring over a lot, though. He still averages about 10k, right?
I haven't watched a stream of his in forever. But the problem is, like, do his viewers stay on the platform? Or if they go back to Twitch to watch Tim the Tatman.
They go back to Twitch, definitely.
So.
Definitely.
Yeah,
we'll see. Official, sad one, Crash. This is really sad, and it probably doesn't mean nothing to you because it's a UK thing. But official Xbox magazine has closed. UK publisher, UK-based publisher, Future has closed official Xbox magazine. This according to our sister site, Eurogamer, which reports the magazine was shut down last week and the remaining team let go. 5 other magazines also are said to be closed, but none of them fall within Future's gaming category. Eurogamer shares an OXM tweet from as recently as Saturday, advising subscriptions, but This has now been removed. The Twitter site accounts remain active, promoting Game Raiders content. OXM has been running for more than 18 years, having launched in November 2001. Around the debut of the original Xbox, it closes the same year Xbox Series X is expected to launch. I'm not going to read on because it doesn't really affect a lot of our audience, but it affects me. This is sad. This is a sad one. Like, whenever I got on a train, this is the magazine I'd beg my mum to buy me. Whenever I went on holiday as an adult, this is the magazine I'd buy to take on holiday with me. Like, I know I went on holiday like once in the last 10 years, so that's probably why I went out of business. But yeah, this is sad. This is sad to me. It really is. So sorry.
Do you know if this has anything to do with Corona?
I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But the right was. I think from what I was reading earlier on, I don't think that helped with the situation. But I think it was more a case of this was happening anyway. So yeah, I mean, yeah, sucks, but damn. Next one, Warframe confirmed for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. Developer Digital Extremes Warframe says Warframe is coming to the PS5 and Xbox Series X, according to an annual results announcements from the patent company Leiyu. We'll go with Leiyu. Yeah, there's nothing more really to add there. I could have went into the nitty-gritty stuff about it, but no point. Literally.
Warframe next gen
coming. Cool. Reports claim that a remastered version of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 will launch tomorrow, being today, Crash, March 31st. Eurogamer reports that a PlayStation Store listing for the game, which has since been removed, is accurate, and that Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered will launch March 31st. The rumours of the remastered Modern Warfare 2 campaign have long been standing and have come from several sources internally, at least in recent history. It began on Reddit, where a data mine it went into Modern Warfare Season 3, found details of then unreleased Call of Duty Warzone, as well as details of Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Subsequently, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered was rated by the South Korean Game Board and the Twitter account called Okami, which previously accurately dated Call of Duty Warzone ahead of its launch. Crash, do you care?
No.
Nah, me either.
I'd care if it was the multiplayer, so I could play like 5 matches.
I wouldn't even care of that. Warzone's good. Really enjoying that. Still playing that every now and then. Yeah. Still very good.
I really like it.
Other than that, I'm like, okay, I want the next story.
Yeah.
From
you know what I'd really hope that I don't think they would do is that like they'd let Call of Duty like live in the state it's in with this multiplayer and this and Warzone, which they won't do, and then just sell campaigns. And then keep the online going with like season passes and stuff like that.
That's the smart play, though.
I agree, but I don't think they'll do it.
But they won't. They make a lot of money. Yeah. How much do you reckon this story's going to be when it comes out?
40.
Yeah.
40. 30 to 40.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be a full 60. I don't think it'll be 20.
Yeah.
There is a chance that it's 20.
Nah, there's not a chance it's 20.
I don't know if you saw
the chance it's 30.
Yeah.
Not 20.
Yeah. Have you seen the leaked picture?
No.
There's a few leaked pictures. The graphics look a lot better than they were. So.
Yeah, I'm not a badass. I don't care.
There you go. There's your remaster, Angel Boy.
Yeah, so
I know it's not the one you asked for, but here you go.
It's not Simpsons Hit and Run, but we're sorry. Next up, strong week for UK sales, despite the lockdown crash. Looks like everyone went to Amazon. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is the #1 selling game this week. FIFA 20 at number 2. Animal Crossing New Horizons at number 3. Doom Eternal at number 4. Forza Horizon 4 at number 5. GTA 5 at number 6. And then we get all the kids' games. Really. Crash Bandicoot, number 7.
Can I be honest?
Crash Team Racing, number 8. Spyro, number 9. And Red Dead Redemption 2, number 10. Go on.
Can I just be honest? The Crash and Spyro games being here, like,
UK, we love it. We love it. Don't know why. The UK love it. We love them.
People over here love it. I don't get it. I'm not saying that like those games are bad or anything. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Crash is not happy. He doesn't get it, guys.
It's not that I'm angry. I'm not. I don't want it to make.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
I don't get it. I am confused. Why? How long have these games been out? Like I'm still
a long time.
GTA 5 still up there.
Red Dead Redemption
what's
2.
going on with GTA 5?
How many dads do you reckon were just like? How many dads do you reckon was just like? I can be a cowboy. Finally, I got time off. Let's go.
It's still in the number 10 spot. I don't think dads were doing that.
No.
Nah. Let's see.
Is it physical only in the UK?
Dads wanting to be football players. That's why FIFA went from number 4 to 2.
That's just because we love football. That's because football was done. Football at the moment's over. They're like, we got to simulate it.
Point.
We'll sit in front of a TV and let the computer play out. It's fine. It's almost as good.
We'll see how the rest of the season is gonna go.
Yep.
Beef up my team. Can you like beef up teams?
Yes, you can beef up your stats.
Yeah, you beef up your team a little bit, so they're better than they normally are. But like,
they go from bottom of the league. They go from bottom of the league to top of the league. It's like that's where we would have finished. Lose
another game.
That's where we would have finished. God damn it. Yeah. Nah, 100%. Absolutely. Games with Gold this month. They haven't announced new Games with Gold, have they? Or did I miss it?
I saw nothing. Whenever we do these, the Games with Gold always come out like.
Yeah, but it's meant to be next month though, and it'll be tomorrow.
Can
you look it up for me?
Check Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox Wire. It'll be on Xbox Wire. Games with Gold anyway. Batman the Enemy Within is available from today till actually it'll be done by the time you listen to this. Sorry. Shanty you can get from March 16th to April 15th, and the same goes for Sonic Generations. You can no longer get. Sorry, if you listen to this, you can't get them. I'm sorry. Should have got them before now.
I don't see anything.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't see it. I might be missing it and be completely.
Well, mate, I'll check Major Nelson's Twitter. He's the one that tweets it out.
Oh, here's deals with Gold and Spotlight.
Yeah, no, we've got no. Okay, so there's no. We don't know what next month is yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
They haven't said anything.
Strange.
Yeah, agreed.
Crash, let's plug and get ourselves out of it. I'm so full of cold, it's ridiculous. Go.
Twitch.tv/Crushnick. I'm gonna be streaming as long as my internet lets me.
He's back, guys. He's done it.
Dude, I was so hyped. I like the stream and my internet. Like it had a couple like minor hiccups, but like it didn't disconnect at all. So I was excited.
Proud of you.
So I'm proud of myself too.
You can find me everywhere at MC Fixer. What do I want to push this week? I don't know. I don't really want to push anything this week. Next week, from Friday onwards, I will be live every single day of the week playing Resident Evil 3. I should have the game finished by the weekend, and then I should be learning speedrun strats by Monday. So come and watch me learn how to become a speedrunner. I have got new overlays. I have got new alerts. I've got new everything on my stream to make it look a little bit prettier for everybody. Again, please do come and lurk in my stream. Join our Discord channel. All of it, please. Please do. I'm there every single day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 10 p.m. GMT. Even if you're going to sleep at that time, just leave your phone on charge and lurk for me. I'd appreciate it. But until next time, Crash, I will love you, leave you, see you all later. Goodbye.
Goodbye.